Oh, I had a mental breakdown before the concert.
You had a mental breakdown. Okay, what happened?
Okay,
welcome back. We have Liz with us today. She's a piano major at YST and my friend, and she just did her senior recital. Well, before we take the photo, just have some questions about the senior recital. You know, the senior recital is kind of a milestone in the journey of a musician in YST. And we'll start off with a little game of how well do you know your music? So, I don't know if you remember this point.
Which part? You have to sing it.
The question is... Okay, if you remember this part... it's the part where there's a lot of A's. What's A?
Oh, I know.
You know this part, okay? Okay, yeah, there's no sound, but she knows the part. Okay, so the question is, how many A's do you play at this point in the piece?
So it's 6 A's until the
6 A's?
the chord, and then 10 A's to resolve it.
So what?
Chord, 1, 2, 3.
But no, but when I watched it, there are like those ghost A's.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, 6 times 2. And then 6 times 10, 2 again. 10 times 2. There's a total of 32. It's 10 times 2 and then 6.
I think, okay, let's count. I'll overlay the video somewhere so that we'll count together. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 29. Okay, I guess you. I mean, it's been a while since the piece you played. But okay, yeah. So I guess you don't know your music that well.
Excuse you.
Okay.
I come to my beats.
Yeah. So a lot of people like this is from the Beethoven.
They liked it?
Yeah, a lot of people liked it. Like when I was watching it, there was a lot of comments during this time.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'll read some of the comments.
Really? I didn't see any comments. Or is it because it's live?
Yeah, there are comments. Let me show you. Okay. These are the comments.
Wow.
Bravo,
I didn't
bravo.
actually.
I gave a clapping emoji. And I said, hi, priest. Amazed, not just a pretty face. You didn't watch the replay. Yeah, but anyway, a lot of people like the Beethoven.
Oh, thanks. Or maybe they just go online for the Beethoven.
Well, what do you think about the Beethoven? Do you like the piece?
I do. I liked it, and actually, it was recommended to me. I had a choice, and I picked this one because.
What was the other choice?
Number 10, Opus 10, number 2.
Also Beethoven.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Why this one?
Because I felt like this one matched my personality more, especially in the beginning.
What's your personality? Okay, put the beginning here. That's your personality.
I mean, something that I could relate to more.
I don't feel like you're a slow.
Really? Even the arpeggios?
No, what about it do you feel like represents you?
I have a lot of moments where I like to think about life, reflect.
Oh, okay.
I would go to the riverside,
Which
the
river?
lakeside, Makuichi. It's not a river, it's a reservoir. But I would sit there and I would think about my life, reflect on things, and I think this piece is a very
introspective.
Yeah, introspective, and it is a very reflective piece.
It is, yeah.
It's very profound,
slow and
I think it's a piece of that can reflect a lot of resignment, because Beethoven wrote it when he was almost dying, right? So last few works of
like his resignation.
Yeah, a resignation to death, I guess.
Ooh.
And reflection to life.
That's dark. What's that mean for
me?
For you?
Okay, maybe not so dark and deep, but sometimes when I reflect on life, I see some of the
you
elements,
feel the resignation.
feel the resignation
Oh.
to certain events, I guess, not necessarily my entire life.
Okay. That's interesting. I didn't know that when I watched you play, I felt like it was you got very into it. Some points I wanted to take a video of you like when you did the like all these like stuff. But there was the mask, so like it wasn't so, the facial expression isn't so obvious, but yeah, there's some points where you're like getting really into it and you go like at it.
And that's where I got lost.
You got lost.
I got lost in the music. I was like, no. And then I came back to reality and I messed up at the end.
Oh, I couldn't tell because I don't know the piece.
You couldn't? You could.
Maybe
it was the biggest mistake.
I wasn't listening so intently. I was just, it sounds nice. Okay. So, a lot of people like the Beethoven, but my favorite piece was the Scriabin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you wanted to play that for...
Yeah.
It wasn't my decision. Okay. Anyway.
Whose was it?
But you see, it all worked out. Because Unmasked is one day before
I guess
your recital. So if you play Unmasked and then you play a recital, it's like you didn't have time to prepare.
Why not?
No, you had to play a concert the night before.
But it's the same piece, right?
Yeah, but wouldn't you be like
tired
because it's late?
I guess.
Then you have more time to prepare and stuff.
I guess.
Yeah, I thought the piece had more. The chords were more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Your first one was it a Mozart? No, not
Schubert.
Mozart. Schubert.
Schubert Sonata.
Yeah, the first two pieces were more similar, more like classical.
First two pieces,
First
Albanese
two, right?
and
Huh?
it's a Spanish piece. The second one is a Spanish one.
You have 4 pieces.
Yeah.
Oops.
Somebody missed the second piece. Did you watch the Albanese?
Went for lunch. Went for dinner. Sorry. I didn't watch it.
Oh my gosh.
Who asked you put the recital at that time?
I never asked for this.
Yeah. I mean, okay, anyone else doing the recital, don't put it at like 7 p.m.
But that's the usual.
Yeah, but it's
Let's
usual
have a
if...
dinner before 7.
No, it's...
Yes.
I guess, yeah, concerts are usually at 7, but people don't eat dinner before that unless they have to be at the place. I think. I don't know, I don't. So, anyway. How long did you have to prepare and like what was it like to prepare for the senior recital?
So you say you like the last piece, right?
Yeah.
That one was the one that I spent the most amount of time and most amount of energy, most amount of tears, sweat, blood in it.
See, I have good taste, so I can see.
No. What I'm trying to say is effort does pay off, and you can tell. You can tell how much effort.
Effort does pay off. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one I took a very long time. I think I learned this piece for about a year and a half, like hardcore.
Oh, wow.
And then I learned it, and then after I broke it down again, I learned it again, and I broke it down again, and I learned it again.
What's tough about this piece?
How much notes there are and how to make sense of these notes. Because when I first started learning it, it sounded just like thousands of notes. And then when I played it for someone, they said they didn't like this piece. Mm-hmm. And suddenly, 1 year later, when I played it for them again, it's like, whoa, I love this piece. What piece is this?
But
I'm like, I just played it for you the first time.
But they didn't remember it from the first time.
I guess.
That means you improved so much that they couldn't tell anymore.
Exactly. But yeah, this piece was very difficult to understand. Very difficult to...
Why was it difficult?
Well, first of all, there's so many notes. How do you make sense of these notes? How do you make sense of 10 notes in the bottom competing against
10
one
notes
melody?
in the bottom.
Okay, for example, like 10 repeating notes. Like
like
yeah.
I thought you have like 20 fingers.
No. Okay, 1 million notes in the left hand.
Okay.
Competing with another 1 million counter melody, and then
1 million.
Yeah. On the top of that, we have the main melody singing. Right, there's one long
You
note.
are singing during the... No, okay. No, I'm just trying to...
But one main melody, the theme repeating.
Okay.
Like on top of all these huge textures.
Too many things happening at once.
Exactly. And how do you organize it? So that was
How do you organize it? Well, I think you did a great job.
Thanks.
And I think other people... I don't remember the comments, but yeah, I thought it was really nice. Maybe this is the best I've seen you play. Maybe?
I think so too. I think it's the best I've ever performed.
Okay. Yeah, so...
Like the most effort I've ever put in.
So the preparation was How long was the preparation?
Very intense. I mean, of course, I started right after Concerto Com.
Oh, okay.
So I started learning my Schubert slowly, very slow.
I see.
And then the pace started to speed up towards the end of my
Yeah.
recital. And then I was practicing 5 hours a day. And then
But when the last time I met you, you weren't practicing much, right?
what time when did I meet?
I can't remember.
I was.
December,
Oh.
right? You said you weren't practicing.
A little bit. I was distracted with holidays.
Yeah. Anyway, also you took like a year and a half, a year.
Yeah. Year and a half.
Wow,
Maybe
that's
a bit
intense.
less than a year.
Wow, I can't imagine practicing the same piece over and over for 1.5 years.
Because
Didn't you get sick of it?
not exactly what I said about my script. I mean, I learned it and I broke it down and learned it again and then I broke it down. So
So you were like, forget everything and then restart.
I took a break a bit. And then when I learned
Okay,
it
okay.
again, when I brought it up, I learned it as if
As
it
if
was
a
the
new
first
piece.
time. Yeah. So that's why I saw
Okay.
new stuff within the piece. It wasn't
Yeah.
very boring.
Okay. So like now we are like at the day itself.
Mhm.
Okay. And so what were you thinking? Or like what was the day like on the day?
So long ago. What was I doing? Oh, I had a mental breakdown before the concert.
You had a mental breakdown. Okay, what happened?
I was like, I don't think I can do this. And then I started crying.
Is that why? If you look at the comments on the video, right? The first comment is "Where is Liz?" from me.
Oh no,
I commented,
it was not
"Where
right
is Liz?"
before.
Oh, what? Right before?
It wasn't
not
right
right
before.
before.
It was like the afternoon.
Oh, so you didn't? So you weren't late because you're late.
No.
Oh, you were late for this. and
No, I
then-
wasn't late.
I mean-
I was at backstage waiting.
I don't know,
They took a while to-
but they started the thing late.
Yeah,
So like today as well. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I'm known for this.
Okay. Yeah. So
No, I try to be on time.
I know you try to be, but you are never on time.
The effort that counts.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So on the day itself, you had a mental breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Like what triggered this? Was it just the anxiety?
It was just the anxiety.
And what do you think of like?
And also because I was practicing so much every day, like 5 hours a day. Like
Yeah,
no
yeah.
joke.
Oh my god! I
And
can't.
then even away from the piano, I will be listening to my tapes and like my
Your
recordings and just evaluating and analyzing what should be changed for the next practice session.
Yeah.
And so my brain was constantly working. And then before I sleep, I would listen again.
Okay.
And then I would sleep to the music playing. So I just got so exhausted.
Would you say that you're like obsessive?
A little bit.
Do you
A
think
bit of
that?
a
Do you think that?
perfectionist.
Do you think that pianists need to be obsessive?
Depends.
No.
Because if you're too obsessive with details, you only sound like details.
Okay. Tell me more about that.
Like also, because sometimes you gotta zoom into the music and then you gotta zoom out to see the like macro ideas. If you're obsessing with micro details, and then you wouldn't understand the whole picture of the whole piece. You
Like
won't
a big
understand the
picture
whole, yeah,
perspective.
and you won't understand what the piece is trying to say other than just obsessive details like how long you're supposed to hold a note. And then how you're gonna release it, but how does that translate to the entire
To
story
like music itself.
of the music?
Yeah. But anyway, so okay. So after the mental breakdown, how did you like get out of it?
I said my prayers.
You said a prayer.
Yeah.
And you said, "Jesus, help me."
Yeah, and then I took a little bit of a break, a 5-minute break, just
Only
away
5
from the
minutes?
piano. A little bit more,
Wow.
10, 20. I forgot how long it
What
was.
do you do during the break?
I just stepped away from the piano, had something to eat,
Okay.
completely cleared my mind,
Uh-huh.
and then put on my makeup.
Mhm.
Just think about.
Oh, so this is quite close to the recital already.
afternoon because like I have to leave earlier, right?
Oh, you
It's
mean
afternoon?
you had a breakdown at home?
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine you had a breakdown in
No,
school.
I wasn't in school. I came to school only after dinner.
Oh, okay. So just for the recital.
Mhm.
Okay, so like now we are into the concert. You've done like half of it
Mhm.
at the intermission. Like, so when you were during the intermission, like, what do you think? Do you think that you're doing well, or like what was?
I know
going
that
through
I
your
was
mind?
super nervous.
You were super
So
nervous.
I was like, I think I should calm myself down.
okay.
So I took this time to just chill. I took a selfie,
okay.
some mirror selfies. I was like, I look good?
Okay. Is that how you calm yourself down?
I guess.
With mirror selfies?
I guess. I feel confident. I'm like, okay, time for round two.
So you look at yourself, I look good. And you're like, great. That's
Not
how
exactly,
that's how you
but-
calm yourself down. It's like, I look good.
But I took the opportunity because I know that when people come in to greet me, I won't have this time to look at myself or something.
Wait, say that again. She said when people come in, she won't have time to look at herself. Okay. Fair enough. Like, so you were like, oh, I look beautiful. Then you go, you stop thinking about your performance, and then you go up.
Then I was like, oh, what's the time? Oh, okay. And after I started thinking about my next piece, I started singing.
And that was the
melody.
Beethoven.
Yeah. And then when I came out, I was like, whoa, I can remember.
Right?
Yeah. And I can remember how I was singing it.
You remember how you're singing?
Yeah, because I kept repeating it.
Yeah, I felt like you were really into it at the start.
Yeah.
Because it was in your head.
It was in my head like 5 minutes before the piece started.
5 minutes. Yeah, the intermission was like 10, right? Or 15.
So I took pictures for 5 minutes. And
You
then
took pictures for 5 minutes, and then after that,
I chilled for 2
you
minutes.
chilled for 2 minutes, and then you thought about Beethoven for like 3. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. We're at the end of this. I think people who want to check her performance out is on the YST page. Last time I checked, it was like 700 views.
Wow.
Yeah.
7 dislikes. I remember.
Oh, you saw? It's okay. 7 dislikes.
Haters gonna
No,
hate.
okay, but the thing is, how many likes did you have?
I don't remember.
Why don't you remember
See,
the
I
likes?
only look at the cup.
Yeah, no,
half
this is a
empty.
problem. Right, this is a problem. I'm a bit like that also. So it's like yesterday,
It's okay.
yesterday somebody had some comment on my thing, and then when people have like negative comments on your stuff,
You only look at that.
you get more affected by the negative stuff.
Cause you see, you have a bowl of white paint, right? And
bowl
you
of white.
drip that black dot in. What do you
Okay.
notice?
Okay, but
You were like, oh my god.
yeah,
there's
but you
black
can
dot.
but you can look at the white part.
Okay, but if you mix it, Then-
Why should you mix it?
so you blend the
just
blackness.
let it be the black. Then it becomes grey. Like don't let
No, because it's only a tiny drop.
Don't let it seep into the white stuff. That sounds wrong. So, and end this off with like a little bit of another game. So we started with like, how well do you know your music?
Mm-hmm.
And since you're my friend, we're gonna do how well do we know each other? 3 questions.
Oh shit.
So how we're gonna do it is I have some paper there and some backing
Mm-hmm.
and some markers. And I have 3 questions here. So we have 3 questions. First question is, should I do like a game show segment thing? This is, how well do you know your friend?
Oh.
Anyway, so the first question is, what is your favorite restaurant to go to? Either, but just take a guess. Why you look at me? You can't tell what I like from my
Why
face.
not? Why not?
Let me think. You eat vegetarian food a lot.
No,
You do what? Vegan.
not all the
Yeah,
time.
but
But it doesn't mean it's my favorite.
it's,
I would put this.
I think this is not your favorite, but
I like this.
it's close enough. Anyway, let's
Okay.
show the cameras.
Ready?
Show our cameras. Yeah. Okay, these are all like stuff in school. Let me think. Who clicks which one? Is it the one inside or outside?
Outside.
The one outdoors?
Fine food is indoor.
Actually, I think I prefer.
No.
No, I prefer
No.
fine food.
Fine food always gives me food poisoning.
Really?
Mm.
No, you know what I like at fine food? I like the Japanese food at fine food. Okay, so what's your
At Nana's?
no, like what's your, is it right?
I guess.
You like
But that's Thai, no?
food? When you say Asian food.
But it's not my favorite restaurant.
Okay, so your favorite restaurant is
Don't have a favorite restaurant.
whatever. Oh. Anyway, thanks to Liz for doing this.
Thanks for
Check
having
out
me.
her socials and her
Lizlo _
yeah, that's IG, right? Do you have any other thing?
Not
Okay,
really.
check out her senior recital performance at YST YouTube page, and yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching.